My name is Adam and I traveled from the USA to Denmark for holiday.
My name is Siddharth and I moved to Copenhagen to study at the design school. I arrived a week before school started so I could look for an apartment.
My name is Ailey, I live in Scotland and I went to Copenhagen for a business conference.
I found the hotel I used through Travelocity, which is the website I normally use when planning trips. I chose this hotel because it was a good value and because of its book service. After I booked the room, I received an email about how to reserve library materials. Since I was a tourist, I thought it'd be nice to have a guidebook. I chose to order a book titled The Xenophobes' Guide to the Danes.
My friend recommended this hotel to me, so I booked my room directly through their website. I had no clue about the book service at first. Once I booked my room, the hotel connected me to the library website, so I could see if there was anything I wanted delivered to my room. I read a lot of novels back in India, so I thought it would be cool to check out some Danish novels. On the website, I discovered a Danish author named Dan Turrell, who was famous for his murder mysteries that took place in Copenhagen.
Someone at my office booked this hotel room for me. I did not know about the book service until I received a confirmation email from the hotel. I briefly looked at the library website but decided not to waste my time. I was only going to be in town for a few days, so getting something from the library did not interest me.
When I checked in at the front desk, the receptionist gave me a small information packet about their book service. They said I would find my book in my hotel room and to remember to return it to the desk when I checked out. My guidebook was waiting in the room for me along with a postcard of the Black Diamond, the city's most famous library.
When I came to the hotel, I received some printed material about how I could access the library services and have materials delivered to my room. I could even use my hotel key card as a temporary library card. The Dan Turrell books I reserved were already in my room when I entered.
At the time of checking in, I was reminded about the book service and was told that I could go online or use this form to order books, music or DVDs. When I entered the room, it was business as usual.
While I was out sightseeing, I spent some time reading my book in the park. Inside my book was a bookmark and some recommendations from the library. It listed some books available from the library and told me ways I could find more information about things to see and do in Copenhagen.
I took one of my books to a nearby cafe and began reading it. There was an insert in my book that told me how I could get more information about Dan Turrell and a list of books similar to this one. It even mentioned places I could visit in Copenhagen that were part of his books.
I was tired when I arrived, so I spent my first evening in my room. So I looked through the information on the hotel's book services. What surprised me was that I could also order DVDs. These would be great for watching on my laptop.
I decided to stop at the Central Library so that I could check my email. While I was there, I decided to see what CDs were available. Surprisingly, I found quite a bit of American hip-hop. I used my hotel keycard to borrow these from the library.
Back at my hotel room, I called the front desk and asked if I could order a guidebook or something. I just wanted to learn a little bit of Danish language. A couple of hours later, there was a knock on my door. It was a staff member from the hotel with a Lonely Planet phrasebook.
When I finished filling out the form for the DVDs, I left it hanging on my door handle. When I returned to the hotel after a business meeting, I stopped at the front desk to ask if my DVD had arrived. Sure enough, it was there waiting for me.
I checked out at the front desk and brought my guidebook and CDs with me. It was all quite simple.
I checked out of the hotel a few nights after because I had managed to rent a room. I mentioned to the receptionist that the language book was very helpful. She said it was not due back for 3 more weeks and I could hold on to it if I wanted. All I had to do was return it to a local library before then. Otherwise, the hotel would charge my credit card.
After my conference, I had to return to Scotland. The receptionist asked about the DVD and I said I did not have time to watch it. She suggested I bring it with me so I could watch it on the plane. If I mailed it back before the due date, I would not be charged anything at all.